the boat a lot, and if the boat were to go down, we would have to save Mom. Like, that was the plan. You all know how to swim, so you can save me. Oh, we got more people here. Do wizards put people in a trance-like state when they teach? The way Kahlan describes how Richard teaches, it almost sounds like he's making her better through magic of some kind. Yeah, I think maybe the words of guidance mixed with the magic and going into your brain pretty much might have I don't know if it would be an emotional effect or a physical one, but it could be.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she definitely describes it as like a hypnotizing thing that's going on.
Oh, we've also been joined by Sarah Gallagher, and Samantha Ryan says, look, that's how I learned to swim. My dad threw me off a boat at 6 and then jumped off after me. Oh, and what's up, Al Meyer? How you doing, man? It's okay that you're late. We do it all the time.
Yeah, see, he was just planning on us being late. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. He's planning ahead. Good man. Good on ya.
No, we were on time today. I'm going to pat ourselves on the back for that.
But Kahlan feels like she can tell that this is Richard's magic. He's like, no, you could do it. This is all you. I'm not doing anything. She obviously is calling bullshit, and Richard denies it. It's not my magic. It's just teaching. Now, Kahlan says, look, I was raised around wizards. I know the deal when it comes to them, and the way you're talking right now is a lot like the way they were talking when they were teaching me.
Yeah, she just recognizes, like, the patterns and stuff. The way that wizards talk. So she's convinced. She just doesn't even need to have this conversation with them anymore. She's just like, okay, you just say what you want, but that was fucking magic. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, she starts shooting again, and he starts trying to distract her again. Eventually, she could shoot while being tickled. Oh no, we already talked about that. That note's in the wrong place. That's just silliness.
No, I think it happened again.
Did it happen again?
Yeah. Or no. Nope, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
It's okay. The next thing that popped up on the screen, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've said these words already.
That's strange.
Yeah.
I know what's happening. I have this totally under control, guys.
No, where we are, though, Kahlan basically tells him what you just said flat out. No, you're doing magic. And then Richard counters that by saying, no, this is a shooting thing. It's a sportsman's skill.
Which is bullshit, because, again, he already told her, like, the way he does this, nobody else does it this way.
Yeah, and Zed told him that same thing, too. Yeah. Like, nobody, you're weird, Richard. Remember?
Yeah.
You're special. That's what that is.
You're a rare person, Richard Cypher.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. I am just like Ron Burgundy, and I just read whatever's on the notes. In further news, I do the cha-cha.
To be fair, I do it too.
It happens. That's the beauty of a live episode.
So, Richard wonders if he could partition his mind against the headaches, and mentions that Darkin's the one that told him that word, again, for some random reason. Like, we care. Like, anybody cares when you heard that word for the first time. Nobody cares.
I learn words. Weekly. So.
Also, I feel like, no. No. I don't know. It's weird that he's bringing it up.
Yeah. It's a weird, I mean, they're arguing about it, but at the same time, it's like, no, that's not an argument you can stand on.
Kahlan's surprised that he talked to Darkin at all, And I don't know, that was, yeah, he talked to him. He was imprisoned at the palace forever. And he pretended to be him. So, yeah, there was some interaction there, Kahlan. Richard fills her in on everything that they talked about. You know, the whole daddy isn't your daddy thing. The partition, the gift, the fact that Richard's got a betraying asshole for a friend. He does mention he never suspected his brother, and I think it's partially because of the whole Shota, like, whatever that was. Prophecy? Is that really a prophecy? It was a prophecy, right?
Yeah, I mean, if she's telling you of events that are going to happen later in the flow of time, I mean, it is kind of a prophecy.
Okay. Riddle, prophecy. Prophecy, riddle. That thing.
Yeah, same difference, sure.
But I also think he just didn't think about his brother anymore at that point. Like, I think he was out of his mind. He was off on his little adventure in Magic Land. And I think that's why he didn't suspect Michael. Not because Michael just, I never thought Michael would do that. I think you just literally forgot you had a brother for a while.
I kind of attributed that to he had just seen Shota as his mom.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was a shock. And so after that happened, well, of course it couldn't be, because now my dad's dead, my mom's dead, my brother's somewhere, but, like, he's all I have, and I just got real emotional about my mom and, like, saw her. So my family is, like, I've already lost 2 of them. Obviously, it's not them.
It's off limits. No one's gonna
just
fuck with that
could not
anymore.
be. But it is. Ooh, there's one for you. Let's see here. Aaron says there's something to be said for being in the zone. It's mostly proven thing that athletes at the top of their skill can focus on a higher level than average skill. Being able to block out distraction. Feel the, whoa, what is that? 3 slashes. Oh, feel the game, the teammates, and the players around them, etc. 2319. Thank you, Al. But yeah, no, I totally believe that. Somebody who is already at a super high skill level, being able to have that niche. I never do watch bowling on TV, but when we go to the lanes, like the once a year that we do, and I watch some of these guys who just hang out there, and they can twist the ball and hit the same spot every time, strike after strike after strike, and it blows my mind, because I was never one of those people. If I broke 100, it was a good day at the lanes.
I can hit the gutter, ball after ball after ball. It's impressive, right?
That's how we roll, folks. We're grown-ass adults, and we're like, yeah, can we get the gutters on our lane? Cool.
Another beer over here.
Yeah.
So Richard wonders if the sisters are actually going to teach him how to partition his mind. Probably not, because you already know how to do that, but okay. He also wonders if this is maybe all just Wizard's first rule. Like, that would be super convenient, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a previous rule everybody knows and is holding on to. And it's like, oh, they're just fucking with me, right? Because literally every other person was just fucking with me up until this point that we know of.
I feel like that's his favorite line now. He's just like, oh, that's something I don't like. Do you know what I bet it is? Wizard's first rule. Those people are lying.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real.
I feel like that's not a terrible way to go through life.
Well, I mean, they do say ignorance is bliss, but I'd rather know. So Kahlan does actually just that. She looks at him like he's being dumb, and then she goes through the list of all the people who's like, you're rare, you have the gift, you're special, pebble in the pond, etc., 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 and he just dismisses everything. Or asks him, I'm sorry, she asks him if he can just dismiss everything that has happened already. Like, are you really just going to pretend like none of this happened, exactly like Jade was just saying? Yeah. And he can't do that. But there's one person out of the whole lot of them that has told Richard, dude, you have the gift. And Richard can't deny this person, and that's Zed.
He can't fully deny, but he does say maybe he's mistaken.
Yeah, maybe he's wrong. but I can't think of a good reason why he's wrong.
Yeah. And at this point, he starts to make me question his age, because he's doing this thing that, like, I don't know, I feel like teenagers, young 20s do, where they're just like, here's my excuse for everything. I have an answer. It doesn't make sense, but you can't argue with me, because I can just answer for everything and just wish it all away.
Oh, yeah. Al Meyer says, once everyone is out to kill you, you tend to be a bit more suspicious of people. And I suppose that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
He's had kind of a rough go. We have all acknowledged the fact that Richard needs a day to just sit down. or lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relax at all, really. And he hasn't had one. And on top of that, now, surprise, there's a whole nother book. So he's not going to get that break. And he's got to be at about the edge of his nerves.
Sanity, probably?
Yeah.
Actually?
Oh, yeah. Definitely sanity. We literally started the first book with Richard running around in a trip of some kind. So
A fever dream.
Fever dream.
He's never recovered from that.
No.
So Kahlan brings up his recitation. I don't know why that came out of my mouth like that, but she brings that up of the Book of Countered Shadows and asks how he did that. Richard tells a story that we know so well of him spending all of his teen years in the woods with his dad in a book and not, with girls the way it probably should have been, or at least with his friends.
Yeah. Really? You didn't hang out with anybody? No guitar? No girls? No nothing?
Yeah.
I memorized a book once. What else did you do? No, that was about it. Yep. Just a book.
And some plants. I know plants.
Yeah. A lot of walking to and from the book, see, and there's plants along the way.
Yeah, there's plants on the way, yeah. Richard said his dad died keeping the book from Dark and Raw, and he's a hero. And Kahlan's like, oh yeah? How the fuck did he get in the keep, Richard? I spent a lot of time there growing up. It's not going to be easy for just anybody to stroll right in there. And on top of that, the book was in, Zed's private quarters, which was even more protected than the keep.
Right. Now, okay, just for clarification for me, because all of this got just a little bit foggy. I'm not sure at what point it did, but the story here is that Richard's dad broke into the Wizard's Keep and took the Book of Counted Shadows.
Yeah.
Which was also being guarded by a monster of some kind.
Yeah.
In the keep.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that I'm clear. That would make me feel very good knowing, there's a monster downstairs.
Yeah, there was there was just a giant monster thing chilling in Zed's room.
No, thank you.
But apparently nobody else has gone in that room since Zed left.
Well, why the hell would you want to?
even without the monster, though. They weren't able to even touch the plate to open the door.
Right. You couldn't even get access to the room if you wanted to.
Right. So, yeah, it makes no fucking sense that George Cypher was just able to stroll on in there and walk out with a book.
Yeah, I mean, especially because the wizards couldn't. And that we know, George Cypher is not a wizard.
No, he was just a random dude.
Yeah. So, what gives? And I guess that's my point. Exactly. And Richard can't give Kahlan an answer either. He's like, dude, I wish I had something for you. Because he can explain everything else away, but he can't. He just doesn't have any answers for that.
Right. And she goes, well, I also can't remember a word you said the other day, and you've been able to remember this book since you were a teenager, and that's a magic thing. Just so you know. In case you didn't know that, that's a magic thing too.